This is the book Circe by Madeline Miller. Moments before I read this book and now providing you the review. Set during the Greek heroic age, it is an adaptation of various Greek myths, most notably the Odyssey, as told from the perspective of the witch Circe. The novel explores Circe's origin story and narrates Circe's encounters with mythological figures such as Hermes, the Minotaur, Jason, and Medea, and ultimately her romance with Odysseus and his son, Telemachus. Greetings, fellow bibliophiles. We're thrilled to have you back on our channel today for an in-depth exploration of Circe by the brilliant Madeline Miller. Buckle up because we're about to embark on a literary journey through the world of Greek mythology, complex characters, and exquisite prose. First and foremost, let's introduce the star of the show, Circe, penned by the talented Madeline Miller. Some of you might remember her from her earlier masterpiece, The Song of Achilles. She's a storyteller par excellence, breathing life into ancient myths and making them resonate with our contemporary sensibilities. Now, let's delve into the rich tapestry of characters that populate the pages of Circe. Here, you'll encounter a pantheon of Greek myth's iconic figures. From the cunning Odysseus to the fearless Daedalus, and even the formidable Titans, Madeline Miller has woven together a diverse cast that will both delight and surprise you. But at the heart of it all is our protagonist, Circe. The entire narrative revolves around her life, her transformation, and her evolution as a character. You'll be captivated by her unwavering strength, her vulnerable moments, and the pivotal choices she makes throughout her eternal existence. So, who should consider picking up this book? Well, if you're a fan of Greek mythology or historical fiction, Circe is an absolute essential. But its appeal extends beyond these genres. If you relish diving into the depths of complex characters, savor compelling narratives, and appreciate a touch of magic, this book has something special for you. Now, let's talk about Madeline Miller's writing style. Her prose is nothing short of enchanting. She has an unparalleled gift for weaving words together in a way that immerses you completely into the story. Her descriptions are vivid, emotions palpable, and the dialogue feels not only authentic to the era but also profoundly human. Every sentence is a treat to savor. But what truly sets Circe apart is the element of surprise that awaits readers. Throughout the narrative, unexpected twists and turns keep you on the edge of your seat. Even if you think you know these myths inside and out, Miller infuses them with her unique perspective, subverting expectations, and adding profound layers to familiar characters and tales. Now, here's your spoiler warning. If you haven't yet experienced Circe, you might want to pause here. I won't give away too much, but I will touch on some key points. Circe is the divine daughter of the Titan Helios and Naiad Perse. Deemed unattractive and powerless from birth, Circe's early life is lonely until she falls in love with the mortal fisherman Glaucus. Devastated by his mortality, Circe discovers a way to make him a god. She transforms him into his true form, using the sap of magical flowers, grown in soil that was once soaked with the blood of the Titan Kronos. Arrogant in his divinity, however, Glaucus rejects Circe in favor of the nymph Scylla. Circe's jealousy causes her to use the flower's magic again, accidentally transforming Scylla into a bloodthirsty six-headed monster. Remorseful, Circe confesses her deeds to Helios, who realizes all of his children with Perse are witches capable of extracting power from herbs and drafts. As punishment for admitting her witchcraft, Circe is banished by Zeus to eternal exile on the island of Ai. She uses the beginning of her exile to study and hone her witchcraft, tending gardens and experimenting with drafts. Over the centuries she spends on Ai, Circe interacts with many mythic figures. She receives visits from the Olympian god Hermes, whom she takes as a lover. She is once escorted off the island by the mortal Daedalus, at the request of Circe's sister and the queen of Crete, Pasiphae. During the brief visit to Crete, Circe helps her sister birth the Minotaur and uses her witchcraft to help tame the monster. Many years later, the hero Jason and his wife the witch Medea, Circe's niece, arrive on Ai after having stolen the golden fleece from Circe's brother Aeetes, murdering Medea's brother Absyrtus in the process. Circe cleanses them of the crime and warns Medea of Jason's waning interest, but is rebuffed. Circe enters a period of loneliness after her confrontation with Medea, and is excited to host a group of forlorn sailors who arrive one night on Ai in search of food and rest. However, once the sailors realize that Circe lives alone on the island with no men to protect her, the ship captain rapes her. Circe then uses her witchcraft to kill all of the men. remorseful about having killed so many men, and now wary of visitors. When the next ship comes to her island, she uses her witchcraft to transform the men into pigs. Circe bestows the same fate upon hundreds more sailors who come to her island over the coming years. One particular ship arrives led by the hero Odysseus, who charms Circe into sparing his crew and hosting them on her island over the winter. Odysseus and his crew ultimately stay on Ai for 1 year, during which a romance grows between Circe and Odysseus. After Odysseus leaves to continue his journey back to Ithaca, Circe gives birth to a son, Telegonus. Raising the infant Telegonus, Circe quickly realizes that something is amiss and learns that the goddess Athena threatens her son. Circe casts a spell to protect the island while Telegonus grows. When the teenage Telegonus begs to leave the island to meet his father, Circe acquires the tail of the stingray god Trigon and begrudgingly sends her son off, armed with the tail atop a spear. When Telegonus meets his father, however, Odysseus attacks him and is accidentally killed by the poisoned spear. Guilty, Telegonus returns home with Odysseus' wife Penelope and son Telemachus. Having lost her hero Odysseus, Athena visits Ai to offer her patronage to Telemachus, who refuses her. Telegonus accepts in his stead and embarks on his own heroic journey. Forlorn by the loss of her son, Circe negotiates with Helios to end her exile. With Telemachus' help, Circe uses the poison spear to turn Scylla to stone and collects more of the flowers she once used on Glaucus. Finding love with Telemachus, Circe uses the flower's magic on herself with the intention of becoming mortal and living out her days traveling with Telemachus. The final pages elegantly tie up loose ends and provide a sense of closure. Without revealing too much, I'll say that it's a beautifully crafted ending that will leave you with a swirl of emotions, much like the book itself. Before we bid adieu, I'd love to hear from you. If you've had the pleasure of reading Circe by Madeline Miller, please share your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. How did the book resonate with you? Did its surprises leave you as awe-inspired as they did me? In conclusion, Circe is a literary gem that will transport you to a realm of enchantment, mythology, and self-discovery. It's a book that lingers in your thoughts, inviting introspection and reflection long after you've turned that final, poignant page. Don't hesitate. Immerse yourself in Circe's extraordinary Odyssey. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this review enriching, don't forget to show some love with a thumbs up and subscribe for more captivating literary content. Happy reading, and until we meet again in the next chapter.